Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. The following video will contain spoilers from the movie Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. So if you don't want spoilers, stop watching now. Hey guys, Dave here. I know I'm a little late to the party. I know the thing came out a couple weeks ago, and people have been clamoring to try to, see what I was going to say about the movie. Well, unfortunately, due to health and lack of transportation, I haven't been able to go see it until earlier this week. So, that was actually pretty cool to finally get out to just enjoy a theater and just have freaking fun with it. But, yeah, overall, we all pretty much know what's going on here. Jyn Erso, played by Felicity Jones, is a spirited rebel who's the daughter of the guy that's apparently been commissioned to work on the Death Star by hook or by crook. A lot of people think he's a freaking traitor to the universe for making this thing. She doesn't believe so, and right now they're just trying to find out what's the plans of these he's trying to work on. Everyone's talking about this huge thing here, and she just wants to get her dad back. She's definitely spirited. I got to tell you, Felicity is freaking lovely. I'm telling you that right now. But she's strong. She's spirited. She's just a badass heroine, man. I got to give it to her. She's, yeah. You want a strong leading lady like that. I saw similar things to like a young Sigourney Weaver in her. So there's nothing wrong with that. So, a ragtag group try to manage to try to find out what's going on with it, as well as to try to eventually find out the plans for the Death Star. I believe K230, I think is his name, is the reprogrammed Empire droid. He's snarky, he's fun, and he's definitely enjoyable. There's several characters I can't remember the names of. To be honest, maybe it's the medication, maybe it's still recovering, but there was a part when they were on like one of the planets trying to find Forrest Whitaker's character. I felt a need to want to fall asleep. Like I was fighting the urge to take a nap, so it was a little slow in the pacing, but it was still actually good. And seeing the Death Star being able to hold back and effectively just wipe out a freaking city like a nuke. Destroying a planet is a very big thing, but just seeing that destruction on that scale kind of humanizes it in a weird way. It gives a perspective that more people can grasp. Just seeing the blast wave coming. I grew up in the Cold War. We were scared to death that the U.S. and Russia were going to frickin' nuke each other, which unfortunately is kind of becoming a prevalent fear again. So, there was a lot of imagery like that. I've heard other people talk about how the movie has certain imagery that it could be just any war story. It's set anywhere, but it just happens to be set in space. And I think they did it rather well. They have, a powerful industrial regime. They've got, insurgents. They've got people just trying to fight against something. And we've seen this in so many war films. That's what this was. It just happened to be set in space. There was a lot of cool effects. We got to see plenty of cool things. Seeing the X-Wings versus TIE Fighters is cool. And there was even a cool little thing. If you're a fan of the show Star Wars Rebels, the ship that they pilot, the Ghost, actually did make a cameo in the last run that they were having to hit the planet that had the Death Star plans. Excuse me. Anyway, it was a good movie overall. It was plenty of action, good drama, and I gotta tell you, when I started seeing the inevitable conclusion happening, where this is the story before A New Hope, so a lot of people have to die to get these plans, Uh, it's just, I think the best way I could describe the show was, well, the movie rather, was the Space Alamo. I mean, these guys did go out in a blaze of glory. Everyone died. The heroes did their damnedest, and you wanted them to survive, but they went out and they did it so that the universe could survive. That was badass, and it was really cool. I mean, yes, Vader shows up, showing off his abilities and stuff, but at the very end, he's pissed off. He wants those Death Star plans. He's cutting through frickin' guards like a hot knife through butter. I mean, it's the last frickin' scene, but it was just ending on a vicious, vicious note. And it ends with a guy getting the frickin' plans, getting in the frickin' Princess Leia's shuttle, and taking the fuck off. Sorry, strong language. I'm a little tired. Sorry about that. But anyway, it was yeah, very well done. It leads right up into the story that we all know. It gives a new perspective of it. It was a good movie in my opinion, but I don't know. It wasn't a fully grabbing movie. I mean, like, these guys are a part of the Star Wars saga, and that's true. And I'm sure there's going to be cosplaying going on for these characters the next year or so, but are they going to be fully up to the same legend status as Luke Skywalker or Princess Leia in that? I'm not really sure they will. I mean, they were just kind of a side note. Um, if you're familiar with RPGs, it was kind of like a side quest thing that we got to see. Yes, it was definitely in the Star Wars universe. It was cool, but there were also some other weird little things that got me. I mean, the CGI that they used to bring back Peter Cushing as Grand Moff Tarkin, as well as a young Princess Leia at the end, was okay. It was very well done. The graphics were incredible. It's just, it feels eerie knowing that you're looking at dead people. Also, rest in peace, Carrie Fisher, as well as her mom, Debbie Reynolds. That stunk, man. But it just felt really odd to watch these characters be brought back to life that way. I mean, you kind of get that weird same feeling for when you saw Tron Legacy with uh, what the hell was his name? Jeff Bridges done as a younger guy coming back with his voice. So it was just kind of weird, and I know this is the way technology is going now. It's just something to get used to. So it was a good movie, not a great movie, and like I said, it was the Space Alamo. Everybody fucking dies in the thing. Sorry about that again. I'm just tired and I have to express myself. You kind of wish that these guys would be able to make it. You kind of hope that someone would be able to get out of there, but they all went out as heroes, so more power to them. So, yeah, it was a good distraction, but people were asking, do you like it better than The Force Awakens? It's kind of apples and oranges. I mean, each one has their own strengths. I mean, I saw people saying that uh, Rogue One, it feels like, the same like going back to 1977, seeing Star Wars for the first time. And that was what it was supposed to do. It had a darker grit similar to Empire Strikes Back, and that could appeal to people. But Force Awakens, it's a continuation of the story. We want to see what happened to these people, and it wasn't just happily ever after they blew up the second Death Star on the forest moon of Endor. So each one has their own feels. It's a good movie to check out. It's definitely high drama and well done, but like I said, didn't really fully resonate with me the same way that the other Star Wars stuff has. Now, if you haven't seen Star Wars Rebels and stuff, seeing the little stuff like the X-Wings and stuff like that, I mean, I've been a little used to that because I've been watching the show. And it's cool to see that on the big screen again. So it's going to help definitely recapture a lot of people's interest in Star Wars. And it was good. I don't feel like it's going to be one of the greatest chapters of the Star Wars movie. It was just something that happened, then just happened to incorporate a lot of characters. And I got to tell you, it's just kind of rough ending on 2016 with Kenny Baker passing, Admiral Akbar dying, Princess Leia, and this. It was rough. So, all in all, Rogue One was a good film, worth checking out. Uh, is it going to be as big as the others? I think history's going to have to make up their mind. For me, I don't know. I think it's going to have to be something in a few years when I see it on TV again and watch it a few times. It'll probably sink in a little bit more, but right now, it was a good Star Wars film, but not the greatest in my opinion. So, what did you guys think? Please like, comment, subscribe, share. Take care. Peace.